This series of additions nicely shows what happens when we add negative numbers. So as you can see, I'm starting off with 5 at 5, and the green number always stays as 5, and all I'm doing is that in the red you can see the numbers are going down. So 5 at 5 is equal to 10. So when I add a smaller number, 5 at 4 is equal to 9, 5 at 3 is equal to 8, 5 at 2 is equal to 7. So just using the pattern, I can see as the red numbers get smaller, I'm just taking 1 away to get the answer. So 5 add 1 is just 6, 5 add 0 is equal to 5. So what's interesting is what happens at 5 add negative 1. At 5 add negative 1, obviously the answer is going to go down by 1 more again. So the answer is 4. So 5 add negative 1 is 4. 5 add negative 2 is 3. 5 add negative 3 is 2. 5 add negative 4 is 1. So as this negative number keeps becoming more negative, this answer will become smaller and smaller. So for example, 5 add negative 5 is just 0, and 5 add negative 6 is just equal to negative 1. Some students like to think of this 5 add negative 2, we know now is equal to 3. So what they like to do is they like to say that when you see a plus and a minus or a plus and a negative sign side by side like that, they like to think of this as a negative. So 5 take away 2 is equal to 3. So as you can see, 5 add the negative 1 can be seen as 5 take away 1, which is equal to 4. 5 add negative 4 can be seen as 5 take away 2, which is 3. And 5 add negative 3 can be seen as 5 take away 3, and so forth. Another way to look at it might be to use the number line. So can you see I'm starting off at 5, so hence the man is standing at 5. Now because it's a plus sign, the operation is plus, he has to face this way. So because of the plus sign, the man is now facing the right. Then it says 5, so he'll go forward by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once the man takes those 5 steps, he ends up at 10. So as you can see here, the man is standing at 5, and because the operation is plus, he will face the right like so, and then from there he will take 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he'll end up at 9 like so. So what happens in this situation? Well, the man starting off at 5 because the first number there is 5, then because the operation is plus, he will face to the right. So because of the plus sign here, he is facing the right. But here is negative 1. So because it's negative 1, he's not going to take one step forward, but in fact he's going to walk backwards by 1. So he's going to end up here like so. So 5 add minus 1 is equal to 4. So I say it one more time, because the first number is 5, he started off at 5. Then because the operation was plus, he faced the right, but because it's negative 1, he walked backwards by 1, and he ended up at 4. Now in this question, as you can see, the man starting off at 5, then the operation is a plus sign, so he's going to face the right. So because of this plus sign, he is facing the right. But then it's negative 2. So he won't be taking 2 steps forward, but in fact he'll be going 2 steps backwards. So the negative 2 means walk backwards 2 steps. So because he went backwards 2 steps, you can see he's now at 3. So 5 add negative 3 is equal to 2. So again, the man is standing at 5, and because it's a plus sign, he wants to face the right. He's going to face that way. But then because you can see a negative 3 here, the man's going to walk 3 steps back. So when the man walked back 3 steps, he ends up at 2. So it's always good to see as 5 add negative 3 and put that in a bracket like that. So I want to exaggerate a little bit more now. So what if it was 5 add negative 7? So because it's starting off at 5, the man's standing at 5. Because the plus sign, he's going to face that way. And then because it's negative 7, instead of walking 7 steps forward, he's going to walk 7 steps backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that will mean he'll be standing at -2 or -2. So as you can see, the answer to the question is -2. So 5 add -7 is -2. Going back to the beginning of the slide, when we said we did 5 add -1 is equal to 4, it's probably better to put a bracket around here. So it's 5 add -1. And then it's 5 add -2 is equal to 3. And 5 add -3 is equal to 2. And 5 add -4 is equal to 1.